Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It is Sunday, March 1st. As you can see here, March 1st, Sunday, and 10:59 a.m. and about 53 days to Ramadan. But this quote here is the main reason why I decided to vlog. It says, "We won't be distracted by comparison if we are captivated with purpose." This is powerful. We won't be distracted by comparison if we are captivated with purpose. Let's think about that, sisters. All right, this is a template that I provide with my clients. To my clients, it's a PM routine, an evening routine. And of course, these options are definitely changeable, but it just gives you an idea, and then you could just cross whenever you're done, right? And really having this consistency is huge. It's huge in making us productive and really helping us tackle our goals. So yeah, try to have an evening routine. This is the morning version of it, the morning routine, and again, things that you want to do every morning. And then this is a tracker template where you're tracking things that you want to get done on a regular basis. So, yep. And then you have the weekly review to really see how good you're doing on these trackers. For instance, here you must recite the Qur'an, contemplate its meanings, and apply its commands and laws. You should recite it late at night and at the beginning and end of the day. It's also recommended for you to recite it before the Fard Salah. Finally, you should finish the reading of Quran in its entirety at least once or twice a month. May Allah help us. All right, so I'm in bed and I'm trying to read a little bit, and I'm reading this book called 100 Pieces of Advice by Ibn al-Qayyim. And this is the very first chapter, 10 ways to acquire Allah's love. And the very first thing that it's asking us to do is to recite the Qur'an with reflection and understand its meanings and what is intended by it, like a book that someone memorizes in order to explain the author's intention to others. SubhanAllah. Tadabbur again, like all the messages I'm getting these days with the ayat that I'm reading, with my class I taught this morning, and now before going to sleep, the same message, the importance of tadabbur. So today is Wednesday, and it's usually my midweek review. What I have right now is the coaching guide that I, give every client of mine, and it starts with a whole bunch of soul-searching questions because it's really important for us to be clear before we move on into setting up goals. It goes into core values, and also we fill this matrix out, and then we do a timeline for a year. So now we have our goals, and we do some time management. That's really important because that's when we're gonna find time to implement our goals. And then we go over this matrix of urgent, important, not urgent, important. There's a quote here, if you can see, it's from Ibn al-Qayyim, and it's really powerful. It says, in relation to mixing with the people, you must put them into 4 categories. If you mix them together and don't differentiate between them, evil will enter upon you. Ibn al-Qayyim. This is so true. Not everybody is equal or has equal access to you. They shouldn't have equal access to you. All right, so future self is really good exercise to do. A wheel, brain dumping. Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk about. So the weekly schedule, those are the things that you want to do, that you're planning on doing for the week. For me personally, I use my whiteboard, and I use my coaching guide as I don't download it, I save it and I go back to it. What I'm gonna do every week. So I do my schedule. And then on Wednesday, which is midweek for me, I do the midweek review. So I answer this very same questions, and then what it helps me do is to try to get on track to get my goals of the week done. So that question about what adjustment will I make is a very important question for midweek review for me, because then it tells me, okay, you haven't done, you're not even 50% through your weekly goals. So what you gonna do? So yeah, so this is pretty much what I wanted to share, that this is what I do every week. I think that every week I kind of share a glimpse. I'm like, okay, it's midweek review, but basically this is what I do. All right, assalamu alaikum. It's a wrap. I just finished coaching a sister. Part of my bed routine is to write in my journal. And so that's what I'm about to do. And Assalamu alaikum. It is Thursday and my desk is a mess. I'm showing you the mess. I need to clean it and take all the little pieces of papers. I found these really, really, really cute post-its at the Rite Aid by me, and I absolutely love them. I hope I can still find them. They were selling them like I think around Valentine, but I hope I can still find them because I really love the concept, inshallah. I just finished teaching tadabbur of Suratul Qalam. So we finished Mulk and Qalam. We have one more surah left in this quarter, Suratul Haqqa, which inshallah will start next week. Alhamdulillah. This week, also the third eeman booster was written at a blog post, which is timetodogoodnow.com. Check us out. The article title is "To Know Him is to Love Him." Definitely. So new blog post on Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and how it impacted me. And actually, our class on the Sirah is also on sale until Eid, inshallah. So you want to check it out. We also went over some new ahadith this week in the book club. And on Instagram, I introduced myself. I don't think I ever did really. So you want to know more about me, check out our Instagram account. This week was also a week where I was pretty consistent with my walks, and it was beautiful weather, beautiful blue sky. So enjoyed that, alhamdulillah. And basically, this vlog is all about time management and planning and coaching. But I'm going to leave you with, mashallah, still on point, the name that we did this past Saturday, Malik, the King. We resumed the Names of Allah class, alhamdulillah. May Allah accept from us and give us tawfeeq. And so here are a few snapshots, inshallah. Get to know Allah. Actually, in the morning and evening adhkar, there is a dua that we say 3 times for protection, and it goes like Bismillahi alladhi la yadurru ma'a ismihi shay'un fil ardi wa la fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul 'alim. So this is a dua that we say, and we say it, and the meaning of this dua is basically that with the name of Allah, no harm is going to come to us. So the name of Allah, even just Bismillah, is a protection for you.
We came from Him and we return back to Him. So.
Very good, Ajahad. This is what we say when somebody passes away, right? What do we say? We say,
Inna lillahi wa
inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, and we are returning back to Allah. So whenever we have, not just for a death, but whenever we have any type of loss, any type of major trial, we say this. We have to say this. Allah tells us to say this, and it's the sunnah to say it. We belong to Allah, and we are returning back to Allah. So we do not own ourselves. Absolutely no power, because He is, like going to this on the left, right? He is the King who decides the do's and don'ts. So we have absolutely no power to challenge that. A lot of us are challenging. A lot of us are saying, why? Why do I have to do this? And why do I have to do that? But in reality, all these whys, Allah is the one who even gave you the voice to even say why. He gave you the brain to even think. You went to Gambia too?
No. Even Gambia, the same thing happened. Like with the president before, before this, the incumbent president. Yeah, like a lot of people had to they seek exile and asylum seekers.
Asylum seekers, yeah. So then wherever they got to, right? Wherever they got to, they were like, okay, where I am now, he has no power over me in this land. That makes sense? Because he's the president of this particular country. He can decide in this country, but now I'm in another country. He doesn't decide what's happening in that country, correct? And so that's why people will leave, right? But is there a place, again, I'm repeating for us to really understand, and Malik, is there a place where we can say Allah does not have control over this place, so I can do whatever I want to do?
No, he encompasses like the entire universe. So
the point is that these things, these questions, all of us have to ask. We're talking about hijab now, but all of us have areas where we struggle with. And we have to remember that Allah is our Malik. He is the ruler and he decides the do's and don'ts. And so there is nowhere on this dunya, there's nowhere on this planet, in the universe, or wherever you want to be, where his do's and don'ts are not applicable. Who is asking for me that I may give him? And Malik is asking us every night, in the third part of the night, who is asking for me that I may give him? Servants of Al-Malik, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Wake up.
Yes!
Tahajjud, yes.
That's like motivation, right? One that I don't even change at all is remembering death often. It's a really huge part of my coaching program. I tell sisters, if this is your last year, what are the things that you have to get done? It's part of it. It has to be part of it.
فتعالى الله الملك الحق ولا تعجل بالقرآن من قبل أن يقضى إليك وحيه وقل رب زدني علما. Alhamdulillah, today we covered this ayah in a class on the names of Allah. Al-Malik is the name we did today. And subhanallah, this was random. This is where my reading took me today and after the class. And I just realized at the end of this ayah, Allah is telling us to ask for increase in knowledge. He is the King of Kings. He is the King of Kings. In the narration that I read today, in the third part of the night, he comes down and he asks, who is asking me so I can give him? And in another narration, it even says that Allah says, I am the king who is asking so I may give him. And here, is showing his attribute of him being the king. And he's saying, say, oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge. And so to me, tadabbur, metadabbur is, one of the biggest things we should ask the King of Kings is the right knowledge. Because that will lead to many doors, many openings, many opportunities. The right knowledge is what can save us in this dunya and akhirah. May Allah grant us the right knowledge. Assalamu alaikum. It is Saturday, and it is 6:58 p.m., 47 days to Ramadan, inshallah. And we are in Norway today. Good evening, Yahya. Beautiful quote that resonates so much with what we learn in Adin. Be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you'll never ever have enough. Oh, and today's date is March 7th. All is well, Yahya, thank you. March 7th, and it's Rajab 12, I believe. Assalamu alaikum. I really needed that reminder that all was well. Shortly after this vlog, I found out a couple hours later
that my dear sister, my dear friend, my dear student, Latifa Yusuf had, left this dunya, that Allah has called her back to Him, and she is His. He is Al-Malik. He is the owner of all of us, and she has returned to Him. A beautiful soul. I have so much to say about this sister. I've learned so much from this sister. Her love of the deen, her perseverance, her fight, so much. But I'm just going to leave you with what she says herself.
If I don't have all this problem, I won't think of getting closer to Allah, and I won't understand His majesty. I won't know His mutakabir. So it's like, I won't understand His majesty. And when you said that you are what you think of your Lord, me, I'm always thinking whatever I want. People is on my face, oh Allah, make these people go. So I was looking at like, because if you don't have problems, there are some problems that will bring you closer to Allah. We should celebrate that kind of problem. Because if you don't have that, some people, so many Muslims are going through life easy, whatever they want, they pray 1, 2 times, they got it. They will never get closer to Allah. So it's like,